Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Golden Sun: The Lost Age. So, in the last episode we had some stuff, I guess what would you say, forged here in Yalam by the blacksmith, and because of that we have some stuff that we really don't need anymore. So let's clean up our inventory, because we're going to be doing a lot of inventory stuff here. Do I really don't need that crystal powder. I know I could just give it to Jenna, because Jenna has 3. However, I just don't even need it, so I'm not even going to bother. I don't need these herbs, so we can get rid of those. The Sacred Feather, it has the same effect as a Void does, so I have a Void now, I don't need the Sacred Feather. I will use that Hard Nut, I can consolidate those potions. Sheba... Demon Mace, I do not need. I can get rid of that guy. I think that's all I can really get rid of on you. The rest of the stuff's pretty decent. Bronze Helm. Piers is the one who has a lot. Get rid of the Cloud Brand. The Ixion Mail's gone as well. All these weapons. Because they were all given to Piers. Leather Armlet I do not need. Okay, there we go. So now we can forge our Stardust. Also, I take back what I said last episode about Sylph Dust being only one ahead or one above the Tier Stone as, like, from the bottom as worst or lesser forgeable materials. The Stardust is actually in between the Tier Stone and the Sylph Feather. Sylph Feather gives you slightly better items than the Stardust does. So, I mean, I figure while we're here, if we're going to be back here anyway, we might as well fuse or forge the rest of our items. So, Tier Stone first, then we'll do the Sylph Feather, then we'll get the Stardust, and then we'll see what we get. Hopefully we get something cool, if not, no harm, no foul. So let's see how far we can make it this time. That was bad, that was bad. That guy got in our way, unfortunately, so there was really nothing we could do there. Hey, we got another clear bracelet. That's actually probably pretty good, because... actually... Oh, Felix has that. Give that... Yeah. Well... Honestly, it doesn't really... make that much of a difference. What does she have on right now? The Bone Armlet? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's gonna be what it is. It's one better than what she had. For some reason, I was thinking the clear bracelet was better, like, substantially better for both Sheba and Jenna. However, I was thinking wrong. So you need to do this Sylph Feather as well, please. If you could turn that into, like, the circlet, that would be pretty awesome. If not, that's okay too. However, like, if I had to choose an item to receive from that, that's the one I would want. So, let's run out of town again. Risky? No, he got right in our way. I was like, well, maybe we'll be able to make it under, which would save a substantial amount of time. We get closer to the house at least, but it didn't happen. Okay, what are you giving me? Oh, another floating hat. That's actually not bad. In fact, I think that's what I wanted. I think the circlet is the Stardust, not the Sylph Feather. So that's alright. Resists wind. We'll give this one. Actually, we'll equip this one on Felix, because wind is his weakness. So that ought to work out alright. I think it was probably better for Jenna than it was for Felix, however, the resistance. Also, why did I run out of here? I'm so dumb. I needed to give them the Stardust to forge. I keep saying fuse for whatever reason. Wrong verb, Jake. Wrong verb. Okay. Please make me... No. Actually, please make me one more thing, if you would be so kind. I have no more rusty weapons right now. Next time I see you, however, I will have some more. Who has the Stardust? Yeah, you do. Please make me something cool. Actually, now that I have the floating hat, I don't know what I want from the Stardust. Maybe the weapon? It's probably not better than anything we have, but we could sell it for a substantial bit of money. Or maybe the armor. The armor would be good, I think. I think we get something like the planet armor or something. Nope, didn't work out again. I don't know if that guy can actually, like, move out of the way in time for you to run under him. Okay, what's the mystery? What do we get? What do we get? Hey, it's the shield! That's actually not super bad. Besides the fact that I would want to give it to Sheba, but she can't have it. Either way, that's substantially better for Felix, so that'll be fine. Sad we're losing the wind resistance, however. We could have had, like, double wind resistance power going on. Oh, well. That's okay. So let's sell the things that we just replaced while we're at it. We want as much inventory space as possible. So, get rid of the Fujin shield. That's only 1,050, really? Wow. Compared to this shield, which is, oh, I guess that's only 29.25. I'm just used to the weapons selling for so much. And like that bone armlet, 22.50. Did I replace anything on Shiba? No. Piers? Also no, but I replaced the hat on Felix, didn't I? Yeah. Viking helm, you can get right on out of here. Okay, I think that's everything that we need to do. That's the 3 items we replaced, so... That was actually worth it, because every single item we got was better than what we had. So that was definitely worth it. So now that we're done here, we can actually start on, like, one of the... Well, actually, probably the major side quest chain in Golden Sun: The Lost Age. It is an item trading side quest. Everybody loves those, I know. So let's see, where are we? That's what I thought, okay. So the first place we actually have to go is super close, which is sweet. We will be sailing all over the eastern half of the world in this episode. However, the first place we need to go is right down here. Probably right around here is good. No, actually a bit more south still. So it's going to be this, the East Tundaria. I believe that's what this is. Regardless of what it is, this is where we want to be. Briar, Cycle Beam... Let's just go for Overkill 9000 on these guys. I'm not even too worried about my synergy, because we're not going to be fighting any bosses or doing anything super crazy in this episode. However, we will be getting a lot of stuff. And apparently we'll be getting a level there, too. So, here... Let's actually set Mind Read to the right trigger. Because we have to talk to this penguin here. Oh, I'm sorry that she hurt her leg. We can probably help her. We have, like, Ply and other healing-type synergies. Something like that. Okay, so we have to ride this here moving pieces of ice. Don't be fooled. You don't want to go across the bottom one here. It takes you nowhere. Also, you can only jump across one of these at a time. As far as I know, it's not possible to, like, move fast enough to jump 2 things at the same time. So now that we've pushed that down, we've created a path for the penguin. It's kind of hard to see, but this is actually a thing you can slide down there. I didn't know that for quite some time, just so that it blends in so well. However, that saves you having to go back across all the ice platforms again. So this penguin, I think she might have more than just a broken leg. Either she is dead, because she's not moving at all, or she's just a statue. Either way, this yellow penguin's life, he at least got back what he wanted. So in return for our help, we got ourselves a pretty stone. Aww. Oh, I saw her move her arms. She's not a statue after all. And apparently his name is Pangus. Well, that's sweet. Also, before I forget, on all of these islands, inside, if I could pull out my reveal, somewhere on the island will be a lucky medal. So I should collect all those. Also, her leg appears to be better now, because they're chasing each other. Apparently our pushing her all the way over here has instantly healed her leg. So the next place that we want to go is Southeast Angara, I think. So right here. So we have a bit of a journey ahead of us. So let's set... Oh, I actually can't really set it to the trigger. I can just use it. That'll be fine. Because all the enemies out here on the ocean, there's pretty much nowhere we can go that the enemies are going to challenge us and or be worth fighting. They will never give us enough experience to be worth our time. The only thing that'll be worth our time is if we just sat there and listened to the battle music. Because the battle music is good enough that it's actually worth fighting for, but that's about it. Luckily, sailing across the ocean is pretty fast. This isn't quite like Wind Waker, where it's really slow. I mean, we've already come from here to here, almost halfway in this time, and now we just need to go to the northwest, and we should be about fine. We'll be a little bit south of the island, however, that is okay. We should get there just fine regardless. I think we'll avoid Lemuria at this point as well. Speaking of Lemuria, however, we do have to go back there, because in my haste, I was kind of dumb and I missed some scoopable items there. The only thing we scooped up was the bone, the one useless item there. However, there is a rusty staff. I think it's a staff, at least. It's a rusty no, it's a rusty sword, I think. It's a rusty item of some sort. And then there's a couple other various things that we can pick up while we're there as well. However, I don't want to miss the rusty weapon, so I might as well go get that. I don't know if I'll get all of them, because there are actually some rusty weapons hidden out here in the ocean that I would have to find as well, which we might not get all of those. Actually, they're not too hard to get. Maybe we will. I'm not making any promises on that front, though. So coming here now, there is very little that this island actually offers to us. I think there actually might be some civilization up at the very top of the island. Also, I think is our metal in this one? Or is it in the box? It's in the box, okay. There's our lucky metal here as well. So don't push this box here off yet. We need to push the box off on this side first, because we need to stack these two boxes up to make ourselves a platform to jump across to get to the frozen pillar to get onto that vine there. We can prep this one while we're here, though. So now that we have that one there, if we were to push the block that's up on the cliff off first, there would be no way for us to stack these two boxes together. So we'd have to leave the island and come back in so we could actually stack them up. Because Felix is incapable of grabbing ledges, or in this case, the side of ice pillars. So now that we've done that, lined that up, push that right off, and now we have ourselves a full pillar. Wonderful. So we don't even need growth for this part. We come here, though, the little parrot guy. Chirp, chirp. He shows up. He is a very fancy bird, apparently. His language is very fancy, as is his... Everything. Everything about that bird is very fancy. Except the name. The name changed to the red cloth. Okay. So now that the bird has the stone, we have the cloth. That is everything we needed to do here, because we also got the lucky metal. So on our way out of here, our next island is due south. However, along our way to the due south, Lemuria is right here, as the shortcut's right here. So we might as well go take care of that while we're here. I think this is probably going to be the most advantageous time to do so. So, Merman, I don't want anything to do with any of you. You guys are so easy to kill. Oh, it's because I didn't use a void. I was like, wait, why did we even run into these guys? But it says my void ran out. I'm just dumb. Okay. So you guys all ought to dive to something here. I was going to say maybe Glacier, maybe Earthquake. Regardless, they're all dead. So, back into the Sea of Time. Time to show off this shortcut. We already showed it off, but it's time to actually utilize this here shortcut. It's a little slow moving the ship on these screens where the ship is like huge, compared to the ocean at least. However, at least there's no enemies that show up there. So overall, it's either the same speed or even faster going this way. Or at least with the boat being this speed. The boat moves at a fairly unfrustrating speed too. It's not too slow, however it's not so fast that you can't control it either. It's probably right around the right speed relative to the size of the sprite. So back here, I'm trying to think. I think I know where the rusty sword is. There's some other stuff that's buried. Actually, I know where a lucky metal is buried too. So we can dig that up as well. And there might even be a lucky metal in the palace. I don't remember where that one is though. Okay, yeah, last time I was just not paying much attention. I just completely forgot to dig all these things up. So right here on this here butterfly, oftentimes, not every time, however, oftentimes butterflies will mark where items are hidden. So for instance, right here is a lucky metal that we can get, that we can use in the fountain here and get ourselves some sweet items. And then over here by Lunpa, I believe it's on this butterfly. Get out of the way, chicken. I believe it's right here we can use Scoop and get it. Yeah, it's a rusty sword. Okay. I think there might be something down by the cow, but I don't think it's important. Whatever it is, it might just be... I don't remember what it is, but it's not important, I don't think. And then we'll come up here, and you know what? Let's go search the castle really quick. Also, I think there might be something right here even on this one. Nope, not there. It must be on the left-hand side? Yeah, it's on this. This is where it is. What are you, though? Oh, a Stardust. Okay. Well, maybe we'll go forge that at some point. And now let's take a look in here. I know it's around here somewhere. It might be... No? I'm trying to think of where there would even be, like, things that it could be hidden in. Maybe in one of the rooms. I don't see how it could be in here, but let's set reveal. Nope, not in here. That is a window, not a door, so let's not try to go through there. I want to say this thing's on the first floor. So let's keep our eyes peeled, because there's nowhere it could be out here. There's no, like, barrels or pots for it to hide in. It must be in one of these. Yeah, there it is. I got you, you little lucky metal, you. Okay. So with that, I think that's probably everything that we need to get in Lemuria. That's all I can think of. There might be a couple other things buried. However, whatever they are, I don't think they're important. So I don't think there's anything buried on this. No, I didn't think so. Okay. So, with that, I think we can take our leave of here. We didn't even say that we'd be back here until after we lit the lighthouses, after all. So we don't want someone finding us and recognizing us. Okay. So... Sorry, my mind is still, like, trying to figure out what other items are buried. However, considering I can't think of them, they must not be important. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself to make myself feel better. Okay, Kraden, let's go. We still have a lot of item quests to do here. So I will actually meet you back outside. You don't have to see this trek for the 4th time. Alright, so we are back here out at the ocean now, and if we come, it should be just straight down to the southwest, I think. At least that'll get us close. Close enough that we can figure out the right way from there. Because the next place we need to go is North Ossetia. Oh, we are way too far left, holy cow. Glad I checked the map before we went too much farther. That could have gotten out of hand fast. Okay, urchin beasts, would you just fall over and die, please? Oh, 89 damage killed you? You're so easy. I don't even know how to deal with you, you're so simple. Okay. On shore here. And here, this is actually goes to show why we couldn't do this trading quest until now. Well, we could have done it a little bit prior. Where is it? Here? No, here? Yeah, there you are. You lucky metal, you. I didn't even need reveal for that one. We need sand to do this one. We need to stand up here on the sand, and the only way to get to the cow, which is the next... all these item tradings are with animals, by the way. We need sand to get here. It's impossible to get here otherwise. So let's use Mind Read here. I skipped through that a little too fast. However, he said that it would brighten his mood if we gave him this scarf. So we'll put it on the tree, and then he'll be like... Apparently this is a French cow. Are you giving that to moi? And the cow charges us and headbutts us and gives us some milk. How sweet of him. So this is actually a perfect example of what I was talking about in Yalam, where we can go out the left-hand side here, and it's actually an exit, but if we go back in the right-hand side, we come in the south. That's why we needed sand. It's not possible to get to that cow otherwise. So, with that, where's the next place? This actually isn't the last place, but now we're on to, West Indra, right? Yeah, over here, this island. It's kind of hard to remember exactly, well, as long as you can remember the name or, like, the location. For instance, West Indra, I know this is Indra, so I know this is the island we have to go to. For instance, this is North Ossetia because this is the Oceania continent. I know this is Angara, so I know this is Southeast Angara. As long as you can remember, like, the names of the continents and the locations that you're trying to go to, it's not too bad to remember all this trading quest stuff. We're actually over halfway done with it already. We'll probably... You know what, we'll just go and we'll just finish it in this episode. The episode will be a little bit long, but that's probably okay. No need to break it up if we don't have to. Also, that is not the island. That is a river that is trying to trick me into thinking that it is the island. The island is actually over here. Yeah, there you are. Okay, so on this here island, we have that little doggy over there in the water that we need to go see. However, before we do that, is it right here? Nope, it must... No, it's actually on land. It's this one. This is the one that it is. Yeah, there's the lucky metal that we need. all of these lucky medals are going to translate into some pretty awesome items, so it's definitely worth picking them up. And I've skipped a fair amount in this game, already. So you could have a lot of lucky medals by this point. Am I going to give you that milk? Huh? Yes. Yes, I am. The dog caught a turtle and then gave it to us. So now we have a little turtle in our inventory. And this is the very last item in the trading quest that we just got. So there's one more place for us to go. This is going to be probably the longest trek, though. We have to go here from West Indra all the way over to here, which is the Sea of Time. So this is going to take a little while. This is as long as probably the first one that we did from Tundaria to Southeast Angara. But, I mean, it shouldn't take more than probably a minute to a minute and a half to sail. It's not too bad, and especially if we use Avoid like a smart person would, we can cut down on our time significantly. There we go. Now monsters won't attack so often, and by so often, I mean to say that we're so high leveled they probably won't attack at all. We might run into one, but it's unlikely. Unfortunately, it's not like Repel, where if you outlevel the enemies, none of them show up at all. As far as I know, speaking of Pokemon, that is. I think they'll still show up if you're close to their level. However, after a certain point, they'll pretty much stop showing up entirely. Like, we haven't run into any so far. Also, right here, it's possible that there's something in the shallows. And when there's a rusty axe. So there's all these little, like, here's one, here's one, here's one. All those little things have something in them. I don't think they're all rusty weapons. However, some of them are. So we just got the rusty axe from that one. So let me mark that one off in my internal memory. None down here. So we have the one in the center. And we still have to do the ones along the edges. Okay. So hopefully I can remember that. Also, we are almost here. We need to come in the north-hand side, though. North-hand? I don't think that's how you're supposed to say that. The northern side is where we have to come in. Okay, so here we are, the final destination. So if we come right around here... This looks very much like the Apogee Islands, actually. It's actually pretty close in distance, too. However, this here little turtle... He's not actually so little. I'm the one with the little turtle. However, he wants a friend. So we brought an itty-bitty turtle tot. Kinda like a tater tot. Okay, yeah, you can have him. Apparently this turtle was called Lonesome George at one point. Poor guy. And he's gonna show us his secret spot? I love that sprite, by the way. I love how they had to program a sprite of Felix riding a turtle. It's so funny looking to me. I love it. Okay. So here we have the Sea of Time cave. The cave on this island. And there is a couple things that we want here. With the most of which being a Jin, for now at least. You might notice that little inscription, I guess you could say, on the floor there. We will actually be coming back here very much later, like a long time into the future, and we'll be utilizing that. However, we can't do anything with it at the moment. These turtle boots increase your defense pretty substantially, however, they cut your agility by half, I think. So, I pretty much never use them. Unless, you really are not worried about going last in battle, or you're already going last in battle. So I'm not going to sell them, probably. However, I probably won't use them very much. I actually might sell them, I'm not sure yet. However, here we have our Ginny. What can I take you out with most easily? Probably Cutting Edge. Jenna, you can just use Cannon, I think, actually. Shiva, Stormray, and you use Diamond Bird. And if we do this 2 rounds in a row, we should be fine. That did a substantial amount of damage, however, no one's really in danger of dying. If he hits Shiva next turn with, a Nettle, he actually does have Nettle. Which is the highest most version of that, as I believe it is. Shiva will come close to dying, but she should be fine. Fume. Shiva, you can just use Stormray and use Diamond Bird again. Oh, yeah, there's Nettle. Speaking of, yeah, see, she's close, but not dead yet. Battlefront. Okay, so we are looking better on the Venus Djinn front now. Now that we have the one from Taupo Swamp, and we have the one from here, we're actually shortest on Jupiter Djinn now, of all things. Which is kind of surprising, and it's actually going to stay that way for a while now. We're not going to be hurting for Venus Djinn for quite some time. We actually even have, not immediately, but we do have some more coming on the horizon. Oh, a Void wore off. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that, because there's just one thing left for us here, and then we're just going to retreat on out of here. So you see the other symbol there. We can't quite get there yet. However, here we have a Rusty Staff. That's why I was thinking there was a Rusty Staff in Lemuria, because I knew a Rusty Staff was coming up. However, it's the one here, not the one in Lemuria. So with that, we are completely done with the trading quest. Yup. Apparently, even the turtles agree. So, that's all we can get here right now. However, there is more stuff to do in that cave in the future once we get the right synergy. So there is actually a really good thing in there once we get that synergy. So there is a definite incentive to do the trading quest. It's not just that one Djinn and that Rusty Staff. So definitely do it. However, with that will end this episode of Golden Sun: The Lost Age. So next time on Let's Play Golden Sun: The Lost Age, that's kind of repetitive. I think we'll actually probably head through the Donduin Cliffs down here and get onto the Western Hemisphere finally. Because we've cleared out most of what we can do in the rightmost hemisphere. So until then, thank you guys so very much for watching this, and I hope you're having a fantastic day.